Hi crafters, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and I have some mid-month inspiration for you. Now this stencil is called Pretty Tile. It's just releasing today on July 15th for some mid-month inspiration. I have a card base and I have this Catherine Pooler mini ink pad collection, and I'm going to use the color Suede Shoes and also possibly this Grape Crush ink as well, but I hadn't decided at this point. I have my blending brush, and here's a photo of the finished card to show you the direction that we're headed. It's very clean and simple. It came together quickly. It's really just some very simple ink blending directly on a card base. Now I am working on a US A2 size card base that's 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2, and I'm using my magnets and my awesome magnetized glass board from Glassboard Studios to hold everything down while I do some very pigmented ink blending. I'm coming in really heavy-handed and just kind of covering the entire card front. Now these mid-month release stencils are pretty new to the shop. They've only been around, I think this might be the 4th month or maybe the 3rd. But what Mary Kay at the shop decided to do was to release one stencil in the middle of the month for some mid-month inspiration, just to kind of recharge you again and get you inspired to create with these awesome stencils. This one just came out today, and it will be on sale for, I can't remember how long the sale goes on, but the idea is when these come out in the beginning, they're at a discounted price, and you can still use my coupon AmyFan10 on top of it. So if you're interested in this stencil, then definitely jump on it now while it's on sale. It will always be available in the shop, but whenever the sale ends, it will just go back to the full price. So if you are interested in this, I would jump on it while the stencil is on sale. Now I'm just shopping my sentiment book. I have these little baseball card pockets. This is what I store a bunch of my die cut sentiments in, and this one matched perfectly in terms of the color. But I do want it to have some separation from the background, and I didn't feel like messing with vellum, so instead I decided to just use some dimension to kind of pop it off the background. And this is my favorite 1-inch foam tape. I get it from scrapbook.com. When last I checked, it was out of stock, but maybe it's available now. Either way, I'll link it below in the video description box. And I'm just kind of snipping it to size just to kind of fill behind it. Now this die cut is actually, I think it's the Big On You. If it's not, either way, it's Concord and 9th, and I do have the coordinating die. So to save time and not have to mess with these fiddly bits, I could have sawed out my die and actually just die cut some foam, and then I would have had nice even dimension underneath it. So that's another option when you have the coordinating die for these sentiments, to just pop them up. Just cut another layer or several layers of cardstock and just stack it up and create some dimension that way, if you don't feel like dealing with the little fiddly bits of foam. Now here I'm just deciding where I want it to go. I was wanting to make sure it was straight, trying to line it up so it was visually appealing, because it's a pretty simple card otherwise, so I have to make sure that it's nice and straight. So I'm just going to put that down, and then I have some blingage here, some iridescent white little sequins, and I'm going to put them down in odd numbers around the card. So I have some liquid glue. I use Barely Arts liquid glue, and I have my jewel picker tool, and I'm just picking up these little sequins and placing them down all around the card. So that's basically going to finish the design. It's super easy. It's pretty flat other than the dimension, but not a lot of paper usage because I don't have other layers, just working directly on the card base. So thank you so much for spending time with me. If you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing, and be sure to check out the shop and also get your hands on this at the discounted rate if you're interested in it. So thanks for spending time with me today. I'll catch you next time. Bye.